Hello, so today I'll be reviewing Girl by Jamaica Kincaid. Girl is a short essay that consists of phrases a mother is reciting to her daughter. Some may argue that Girl is simply about teaching one's daughter how to survive, but I believe that there is a much deeper purpose rooted in this writing, and that is to expose the predecided role of a woman that is forced upon girls universally. I interpreted Jamaica's writing as a series of relentless lectures a mother is giving to her daughter. In her writing, just some examples of this are: this is how to sew a button, this is how you set a table for breakfast, this is how you sweep a whole house. She is teaching her daughter how to become a good housekeeper, a good wife to her husband, and how to cook and clean and do laundry. However, her writing had nothing to do with how her daughter should be able to make her own choices and decide how she would like to do things for herself. Diana Wagman wrote a review of this essay where she states that although the particulars of the mother's instructions are unique to Antigua and Barbuda, the tone is universal. These are likely all familiar lessons to most women who were raised by their mothers. Some may see her writing as sentimental because it is what is familiar to them. As a girl growing up in America in this day and age, there are countless female role models for me to look up to. However, this isn't the same for all girls in the world, or even in the same country as I am in. I grew up in the very conservative state of Nebraska in a rural area where many people, especially the older adults, have similar beliefs to what is being projected in Girl. I grew up with two sisters and one brother. My sisters and I were taught how to cook and do laundry, just like the first phrases in Girl. However, my brother was never taught or held to the same standards and is still not. He was never expected to help with cooking, cleaning, or at the very least, doing his own dishes. I am not saying in any way that my parents did a bad job of raising us. I'm just becoming more aware of how differently we were raised in the same household. For example, my brother was held to different standards. He was more expected to work outside and work on vehicles than us girls were. Moving on to my next point, another phrase in Kincaid's writing that really made me upset was, "On Sundays, try to walk like a lady and not like the slut you are so bent on becoming." Most of my friends I know have that one story. And what I mean by that is at one point in her life, she was verbally or physically objectified, most commonly by a man. It's impossible not to notice that girls are over-sexualized in this society, along with most across the world. Women are shamed constantly for having the same desires as a man. This writing only proves that this abusive, two-sided cycle of teaching girls they need to suppress that that want to be respected as women is still being taught. So, Girl takes place in a rural setting where it is obvious that most women do not hold jobs like their husbands and usually take care of the kids at home. So, in 2004, Scott did a research study about the link between traditional gender role beliefs and educational attainment. Using data from National Panel Study in Britain, females holding more traditional beliefs about family and work were more likely to show worse performance in their high school exams than females not endorsing traditional beliefs. As expected, given the emphasis of the male's role as a breadwinner within the traditional gender role belief system, this association was not as pronounced for males. It's become pretty obvious that men and women are held to different standards in society. To contradict the statement that women are still being held to a certain standard is this chart that shows the decrease of stay-at-home moms in America. So from 1967 to 2012, there has been almost a 25% decrease of stay-at-home moms. Yes, this cycle may be breaking a little by the amount of stay-at-home moms decreasing. However, the same study also asked the general population what would be best for children. given the options that either the mother would work a full-time job, or that the children would be watched by someone else, or that the woman should stay home with their children. In 2012, an astounding 60% said that women should still stay home with the children because it's what's best for them. In conclusion, even though it may look different than it once did, women are still being held to the same certain standards that men are not. A woman must put being a mother or a good wife or provider for others over her own wants and needs. Jamaica Kincaid's essay Girl has outlined and summarized the lessons that have been taught to women across the globe for so many centuries, and has truly exposed what it's really like growing up as a girl in this world. And these are my works cited. And that's all.